pleasant day everyone. We are the group 5 and we are here to show you how to make AND, OR, and NOT gates using breadboard, ICs, and LEDs. But before we start, logic gates are like simple decision makers inside the computers. They take signals and choose what to do with them and give result. They use ones and zeros to work. And every digital device like phones, laptops, and calculators use these gates to function.
AND gate. The AND gate is a logic gate that only gives an output when both inputs are turned on. To make the AND gate on the breadboard, we start by putting the 7408 chip in the middle so that the pins sit on the both sides of the center gap. We connect pin 14 to 5V line and pin 7 to the ground line so the chip has power. Then we place two wires on pin 1 and pin 2. These are the two inputs. For the output, we connect a resistor to pin 3 and then attach the LED to the resistor. The short leg of the LED goes to ground. When both input wires are connected to 5V, the LED lights up. Even one input is not powered, the LED stays off.
Break it down.
OR gate. An OR gate is a logic gate that gives an output of 1 when at least at one input is 1. The output is 0 only when all input are 0. It represents the logical operation, or this gate is useful in circuit where any one of the several signal can activate the output.
To build the OR gate, we put the 7432 chip across the middle of the breadboard the same way. We give it power by connecting pin 14 to 5V and pin 7 to ground. Then we place two wires into pin 1 and pin 2. These are our inputs. For the output, we put the resistor on the pin 3 and connect LED to the resistor with a short leg going to ground. Once everything is connected, the LED will turn on whenever at least one of the input wires is touching the 5V line. If both inputs are off, the LED stays off.
Break it down.
The truth table of the OR gate shows how the output changes based on the two inputs. When both inputs are 0, the output is also 0 because nothing is turned on. But if either input A or input B is 1, the output becomes 1. This means the OR gate only needs one input to be on for the output to turn on. The only time the OR gate stays up is when both inputs are off.
NOT gate. A NOT gate is a logic gate that has one input and one output. It inverts the input value. If the input is 1, the output is 0. If the input is 0, the output is 1. It represents the logical operation. NOT. This gate is often used to reverse or control a signal within a digital system.
For the NOT gate, we place the 7404 chip across the center gap of the breadboard. We connect pin 14 to 5B and pin 7 to ground to power the chip. Then, we put a wire on pin 1 for the input. For the output, we connect a resistor to pin 2 and attach the LED to the resistor, letting the short leg of the LED go to ground. When the input wire is connected to 5B, the LED turns off. When the input wire is not powered or is connected to ground, the LED turns on. This shows that NOT gate flips whatever signal we give it.
Break it down. Break it down.
The truth table of NOT gate shows how it splits the input signal. When the input is 0, the output becomes 1, and when the input is 1, the output becomes 0. This means that NOT gate always gives the opposite of whatever signal it receives. It is useful when we want to invert a signal or get the opposite result of the input.